Alright, let's kick that audio live, shall we?
Oh, wonderful. Oh, I suppose I should probably actually get back to YouTube then so I can look at the comments section, huh?
There's nothing there yet. You're good.
Well, yeah, but maybe if I... You know what? I'm going to wait another 54 seconds because maybe then if I just join chat when other things get going,
There's Zed.
then,
Hey, Zed.
then maybe for once my chat won't fucking break right away. You know I'm going to call you out for that thing that's tomorrow once stream actually starts proper, yeah?
I think most people know anyway.
I was about to say, I'm sure most of them already know, but still.
I'm probably going to be... There's a good chance I'm going to be doing some form of streaming tomorrow anyway.
I mean...
Well, I mean, I'm definitely... Unless Gil is, like, horrifically ill again, I'm definitely doing some streaming tomorrow night with the Raidcast stuff, but, like, I might be doing some other stuff as well.
Aw. I got the first tie. Thank you, Zed. I made sure I was extra early to stream this week.
Considering she was late last time.
I got here before 7. Thank you. I just wasn't here for the usual 5 minutes early.
Right, you were late.
I mean, according to our band conductor, yes. Because to be early is to be on time is to be late, and to be late is to fail his class.
Also, if you're wondering why we're just sitting in the music library, it's because we didn't want to actually, like, press go yet, because we remembered we left off in, like, the middle of a band of cutscenes.
Yes, that's absolutely correct, Bio. We did leave off on a cutscene last time.
And, then I remembered hearing somewhere that, like, the amiibos added, like, music from their respective games, so I was trying to find it. And I did. It's all, like, right here. So you've got, like, Shadow Dragon and, Radiant Dawn and, Awakening, I think. And then those are both Shadows of Valentia. That's, no, sorry. Those are both Shadows of Valentia. I think those are both Awakening. That's Blazing Sword. Or Sword of Shields, rather. So we've just had the fucking Radiant Dawn music going for a while now.
Which is fine. Alright, let's get this over with. Such that we might see memes.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River.
Moon.
All the moons.
The Kingdom Army meets with Rodrigue in Aelel, the Valley of Torment. With the strength of House Fraldarius on their side, the time to invade the Empire is finally at hand.
Good chat, thanks, Gerald.
You know, I'm starting to think our Violet really is just every bit as crazy as Dimitri, because she clearly still hears the voice of her dead dad in her head, telling her everything she needs to know about the state of the world and or what day it is.
It's JPEG playing audio books, don't worry about it.
I mean, that does sound like something I would do.
Even though it's in ruins, in some strange way, this monastery never truly changes, does it?
Well, there's a big hole in the ceiling and a giant pile of debris, so I'd say it's changed. Also, you know, the Archbishop is gone. Long live the new Archbishop.
I studied at the Officers' Academy when I was young. Those memories come rushing back whenever I return.
Yeah,
What are
you
you
and
doing here at
Lambert
this
and
hour
Margrave
anyway?
Gautier. What was I doing here? Literally nothing. Staring at this pile of rocks.
Talking to the ghost in my head. Or trying
I
to.
see. Perhaps you'll allow me to join you. Much appreciated.
Do you want me to tell you where Felix is again? I know I did that last time.
I keep recalling my eldest son. He was quite gifted. In fact, he was appointed a knight at the age of 15.
People keep saying the place is in ruins, the only piece of actually significant damage we've seen. Yeah, like this hole in the church is the only thing that appears to have actually been damaged at all.
Right.
I still vividly remember the day he was granted a sword from His Majesty.
Oh, you mean, Glenn, huh?
Dead. He was killed 9 years ago in Dusker. All that returned of him that day were his sword and his armor.
How are you sure he's dead then? Just, you know, like if you didn't actually get the body back.
After it happened, I said something horrible to Felix. He's hated me ever since, and I don't blame him. No matter how much you grieve, the
What'd
dead
you
will
say?
never return. No magic in the world can bring them back.
I said, hey Felix, bad news. Your brother died. And then he got really mad at me for some reason.
That's why their memory clings to the living like a curse. The more they were loved, the tighter their hold, and the more suffering they cause. I fear I am not a strong enough man to scold His Highness for his foolishness.
Well, someone's got to be strong enough. So if it's not you, I guess I'll do it.
Yep.
Right you are. As adults, it is our responsibility to scold him and help him find his way.
I'm really not that much older than him.
I come off as so self-important, but really, I'm just a failure of a man.
They're like 4 or 5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Professor, I entrust the young prince and the future of Fargus to you.
That is a mistake.
That is a bad decision, Rodrigue. Shez, that would be wise. Not
Yeah.
so much Byleth.
Shez could handle that responsibility. Which is funny, because technically I think Shez is younger than Byleth.
Reminder that Dimitri literally had Glenn die in his arms. Yeah, but Dimitri's also crazy, and he could have misinterpreted what happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, without a body, there is no hard evidence. Same energy as when someone walks up to an anime character and says that they look like a wreck, but they actually look exactly the same as usual, minus a couple of dirt smudges. Lack of change to the monastery is an actual criticism. Yeah, no kidding.
Hey,
Well, look how
Roderick.
destroyed this place is.
Hey, Roderick, remember that part about how Dimitri's completely insane now? How do you think that happened?
This is unexpected. Telling me to be queen?
I suppose that was a dramatic way of putting it. My apologies. You should know that I have no intention of insisting that you take back Ferdiad.
Good, because we're gonna go murder Edelgard instead.
It's
All I
really
ask
gonna
is
make
that
us
you
go
continue
reclaim
to rein
Ferdiad.
in Dimitri's manic desire for revenge.
Rodrigue, I am his manic desire for revenge. You don't understand. He is what I've trained him to be.
Now then, we have received House Regan's consent. All that's left is for us to depart. If we make it through Gloucester territory and across the Great Bridge of Murden,
I'm just saying,
we'll be
in this game,
Empire territory.
if you choose
not
to
a fool,
S rank
are you?
support with Dimitri, you become Queen of Fargus and Archbishop of the Church.
You're not afraid, are you? I feel literally nothing. My dad's dead. Thanks for asking, by the way. My ghost in my head died.
I spent 5 years in a
I
coma.
spent 5 years at the bottom of a river with every bone in my body broken. You know. I'm fine, how are you?
I'm exactly who you want mentoring, Dimitri. Clearly.
My dad is dead!
Yes. Such is war.
I was starting to forget, but then I remembered you're a dad, and that reminded me that my dad died. Thanks for that, asshole!
I'm glad you were the one to lead the Blue Lion House, Professor.
Well, the other house was yellow, and
I
the
mean that.
third one had Edelgards, so...
Yeah, right? It was my choice between the Sabers, the Piss Deers, and the Crazy Hawks. Like, this was hardly a choice. Claude just has a terrible choice of color for his house, and Saint Indec Day is today. There will be a hymn. Of course we're gonna go do the hymn! Why is this a question? Give me professor experience. And also magic points and authority points.
May my song reach the goddess in the sky.
Of course you're singing.
Regardless of the quality, this is a good chance for us to prove our solidarity.
Meanwhile, Flane's still angry, so refuses to attend.
Ingrid would like to speak with us.
Apologies for bothering you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you.
I don't even feel Professor Violet. My dad is dead. My only friend turned into a tablet. I spent 5 years in a coma at the bottom of a river. And I have to work with a bunch of assholes every day. I feel like if this was still part one, it would be like, oh, if you must.
But
at this
I
point-
feel like she's getting along fairly well with Ingrid these days.
Yeah.
Thank you. You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future.
Do I need to murder your dad or burn his house down? Because that's typically my answer to these problems.
It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this.
Well, let's hear it anyway.
This isn't something I open up about with many people.
Are you
Feeling
sure
such a
you want to
sense of
share
inner
that?
turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child. Not just any knight, like one you might find serving within the castle guard, but a true knight, one serving a master.
So you have a domination fetish. I understand.
However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry, for the benefit of the Galatea family.
So we're back to plan murder your dad.
Yeah, just don't do it then, yo.
Defying my father feels wrong. I've seen how he's struggled over the years. His burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained, even though he must have been starving.
Stop trying to humanize your dad.
Knowing
He's an
his
asshole and we hate
sacrifices,
him.
I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Now that this war has begun, my father has allowed me to fight for my homeland. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble.
The mission fetish, actually. Domination fetish would imply she's a... Yeah, fair enough. Well, why not just do both then?
To follow both my dream and my duty? I had never considered that as an option. Perhaps there is a way. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor through and through. Always listening to others' troubles and offering up your wisdom.
If by
Wisdom?
if by wisdom you mean telling you to murder your problems away, then yes.
I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor. I hope you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
Hey! Dimitri accepted the battle of the gear of the King of Lions from Rodrigue and obtained certifications for the Great Lord class.
Did he master the class he was already in?
No.
A new power. I won't squander it.
You look ridiculous, Dimitri.
Okay, Dimitri. First thing, buddy. You had not finished you'd not finished High Lord. Back to that.
Whatever it takes.
Also support Ingrid and somebody. Flame, maybe?
Maybe?
Seth.
Oh, from choir practice.
Is something troubling you, Ingrid?
Oh, Sedith. You seem to have caught me when I thought nobody was around.
Perhaps I can help, if you would like to share.
Listening, yes, that is definitely what we're doing 100% of the time and not just ignoring most of the words we hear.
I wouldn't want to bother you with my trivialities.
I will not pry, of course. But if you keep it to yourself, no one will be able to help you.
That's true. It's regarding my father.
Count Galatea. I have met him once or twice.
Well, you have likely heard that House Galatea's financial situation is precarious. Many regions of Fargus are harsh and infertile, but our lands are especially so. There were several years of fruitless harvests. It nearly ruined us. We could barely feed our troops.
Have you tried, like, I don't know. Well, maybe wait until we fix the king, but, like, after we fix him, maybe just, like, I don't know, ask him to give you land that doesn't suck.
Then I was born bearing a crest, after generations bore none. Suddenly my family hung its future on me.
And boy, were your older brothers pissed.
My father had hopes that with my crest, I'd be married into a noble family, and that House Galatea's financial troubles would be a thing of the past.
I don't see how he figures that, right? Like, if she's marrying into the other family, I don't see how that helps his family.
Ah, I see. And the other house would benefit from the addition of your crest-bearing blood.
Oh, private, if you keep to yourself, no one will be able to help you. That's kind of the point, said it.
It seems to me you have suffered much for the misfortune of being born with a crest.
I beg your pardon?
I know crests are highly valued, but they are also a burden. My feelings are mixed.
You truly think so? But you're so devoted to the goddess. I'm surprised to hear you say such a thing.
Perhaps one day I will expound upon my opinion of crests in greater detail with you. For now, let it suffice to say that whether or not you bear one is secondary to your identity. You are a person, first and foremost. And you should be permitted to grow as a person, crest or not.
I agree. Thank you for listening.
If you ever wish to discuss this again, consider me available whenever you please.
Thank you so much.
Good talk.
Traditionally, Zeta, dowry is something that the woman's family would pay to the husband, not the other way around.
Yeah. Traditionally, historically.
Although, again, in this case, I do think Zed might be right in that, you know, they might pay to have her brought into the family, or at least agree to maintain her family for the sake of getting her crest.
Oh, goody. Pity money.
Yeah.
Ginger tea. Nice.
Professor,
Petra.
if we can suppress this Murden, we can invade into the Empire, right? I was in the
Oh, that's
Empire.
right. We're about to deal
Now
with the
I will
fucking
be an
Great
enemy.
Bridge of Murden.
I am having strange feelings. It is with ease that an ally turns into an enemy.
Oh, Bio says he did send the things, by the way.
Oh, great. Thank you for reminding me. Just gonna check over here for any shinies real quick. And... Alright.
I love that Leonie's asking, is this really okay in her text bubble? To which my answer is no, Leonie. In this game, nothing you ever say is ever okay.
Heya.
I don't know why, but that Heya in the background just triggered Baldur's Gate flashbacks.
Baldur's Gate, really?
Yeah. The one party member, Imoen, like her introduction was like, Heya, it's me, Imoen.
See, I've never gotten far in Baldur's Gate,
Yeah.
because the only time you, Dad, and I ever tried to play it, we kept getting murdered by wolves.
Yeah, but Imoen is one of the people you literally meet in the first area, so...
You mean that place we never got to because of the wolves?
No, the first area. Candlekeep, like where you start the game. You meet her there. So you believe me, you've heard the line.
Let's see, Bio. The fact that you're even here in and of itself is not okay, Leonie. But there's not a whole lot we can do about that at this point. I mean, technically there is. We could take her out with us on a mission to just exclusively let her die.
Oh, it's so much more fun to keep her around, though.
Okay.
She might eventually take us on another paralogue to give us more cool shit that she doesn't get to use. Alright, I think that's everything. It looks like there's actually 7 this week. Okay. So, first up. Violet has had enough of your disingenuous assertions.
What the?
There is no reason for you to feign ignorance like this. I know all about you. I don't... What are you talking... Just come here. Oh, hey there, Marianne. How's it? Professor, please help. Enough. I don't know who you are, but just hand the girl to me. Look, I don't know what's going on here, but how about you fuck off before your head decides to leave without the rest of you? Fine. I'll leave, for now. But I will come back for that monster later. And when I do, I will have the evidence I need to prove what she really is. That's what I thought, asshole. Marianne, what the actual fuck was that guy's problem? He's He's been harassing me for a while now because of my crest.
Okay.
Explain. That man is a crest scholar. He's been following me for some time now because I carry Maurice's crest, which is said to curse all those who hold it to turn into demonic beasts, and because of the recent rumors about a wandering beast in the forest, his harassment has only become more extreme. Go get your stuff, and then tell everyone to meet up here in an hour. Why, Professor? Because we're going on a hunting trip. One trip through actual literal hell later. We are never doing that again. Agreed, Professor. That was just... Trust me, I know way better than you just how bad that actually was. Anyways, now that the monster guy's dead, that should get that asshole to leave you alone, yeah? Yes, with Maurice laid to rest, that should hopefully mean that man will... There you are! So I've heard that you went and killed the wandering beast. Yes, that's right. It wasn't easy, but we... Then show me the body. The what? The creature's body. Where is it? If you killed that beast, then where is the proof? Sir, that isn't how demonic beasts work. When they die, they turn back into what few bones remain of the person they once were. Ha! A likely story, I'm sure. Well, unlike the people you managed to fool, I see through your ruse, and I will not stop until I expose you as the monster you are. Ugh, would you just fuck off already? Ugh. Oh my. There, that's much better. Professor, that was... What? You joined my class because I promised to burn your dad to death if he was too much of an asshole, remember? At that point, I figured taking the opportunity to knock an asshole like this out cold seemed pretty reasonable. Well, when you put it like that... Thank you, Professor. No problem. Now, if you don't mind, I better go find Mercy. For him? Oh, hell no. With how hard that swing was, I'm pretty sure I just broke my hand. Guess that's what I get for not taking Punch Lady up on those offers for free boxing lessons when I had the chance.
Also, hey, Sarge. I misread the name of Marianne's hero relic every time. I only ever read it as Butt Gang.
The original title for this one was Sometimes You Just Can't Resist a Good Renegade Prompt.
What the?
Alright. We can't blame anyone but ourselves for this confusion. Is something wrong, Professor? You've kind of just been standing there for a while now. Huh? Oh, hey Ingrid. I'm fine. I just wasn't really expect I was ever gonna end up back at this place again. Me and JPEG don't really like being here all that much after, you know. Okay, anyways, what do you need us to do? The enemy forces were all a decent way south of here, but Bernie says they've made some progress moving towards us while you were spaced out. Give me a sec. Hey, you want to pull up the map real quick, JPEG?
Okay.
Look, I don't like being here any more than you do, but the faster we get rid of the idiots we were sent to kill, the sooner we can get out of here, alright? Here we go again. How is she so good at making people feel like a third wheel when there isn't even an extra wheel for her to talk to in the first place? Alright, looks like there's a whole bunch of them grouped together to the southeast of us, yeah? I think that would roughly line up with what Bernie described, yeah? So the map is actually working right this time around. I was expecting there to be more of that stupid goddamn fog again. Anyway, think you could head over there and go blender mode on those guys with your magic spear, Ingrid? Sounds good to me, Professor. I'll head out right away. Several minutes later. Oh, wow, you sure got back here fast, Ingrid. Guess those losers were even weaker than I thought they were.
What the?
That isn't really the reason I got back so fast, Professor. Oh, jeez. Jesus. So, for your information, Willow, the red one is Gaybolg, and the gold, pitchfork-looking one, I don't know if it actually has a name, but that was stolen off of Parvati. Okay, if those guys aren't dead yet, then why are you here, Ingrid? Well, I got about halfway there before I realized that I wasn't really sure which of the magic lances you were actually referring to, Professor, and since you typically get really nitpicky about when they get used, I figured it was better to just come back to clarify instead of just getting yelled at later for using the wrong one. Oh, Trishula. Was that actually the name of it? I thought that was just her double phantasm. Seriously? You wasted time by turning around for something that stupid, Ingrid? Come on. It can't have been that hard to figure out which one...
What the?
Which one I... Meh. You know what? Fair enough. I sort of forgot just how many of those damn things I've handed to you so far, so I can kind of get your confusion. I guess just go use the fork-looking one we took from Sedith. Can do, Professor. By the way, why do you make me carry all these into battle anyways? Wouldn't it be better to just leave the ones that aren't Lewin back in the classroom? Would you trust Sedith or Sylvain to not just take them back if they were left unattended in the school? Because I sure as hell don't. I see your point.
Yeah.
Making up for lost time. Thanks for inviting me for birthday tea again, Professor. Well, I always make sure to invite everyone for tea when I know it's their birthday. Even Felix, for some reason. So, you should have expected I'd ask, child.
What the?
Professor, I'm 21 years old today. Don't you think it's about time you dropped the whole child thing already? No. Well, at least I tried. I'm sure Ash would have said something here about missing the shots you don't take, but I'm pretty sure we both know that shot was doomed for failure from the start. Now go ahead and open the thing I got for you. Oh yeah, I actually forgot that was here. I wonder what it actually...
What the?
It's so cute. Yeah, I figured I'd actually try this time, seeing as how I've missed like, what, 4 of these things while I was gone? So I went and asked JPEG what she thought would be good to get for you, and this toy is what she came up with. Guess it must have reminded her of one of the cats she used to hang out with around the school before getting stuck as a tablet. Thank you so much, Professor. This gift might not seem like a lot, but it's one of the most thoughtful presents I've ever gotten. And to think I wasn't even sure if there was going to be a party for me today, considering what happened to the gazebo. Well, this tea stockpile I've been sitting on isn't going to drink itself, and I wasn't about to just let something like a little self-inflicted arson get in the way of my almost unhealthy need to celebrate birthdays. I've caused way too many fires over the years to start getting bothered by them now. Still though, I do feel kind of bad that we had to have the tea party in your room like this. With how many things have needed repairs because of the war, who knows when we'll be able to find a carpenter with enough free time to build a new gazebo for the school. Don't worry about it. I'm never really in here unless I'm asleep anyways, now that I have that new storage room, so I don't mind actually using it for something for once. Besides, the gazebo problem should be solved pretty soon anyway, so this is only a temporary thing.
I love the photo in the background of the A-Team.
I was just about to point that out myself, yeah. And that is all the A-Team from 5 years ago.
I do think the next time we're in here, though, we should see, like, a picture of post-time skip Ingrid, like, stapled to the bottom right-hand corner.
Yep, she's certainly not there. Huh?
Oh, wait, no, she's in the left corner.
Oh, no, she is. She's just behind Dedu. Kind of shoved most of the way out of frame.
Kind of like Flane on the other side.
No, Flane's got, like, half her torso there. Huh? The gazebo will be fixed soon. Does that mean you were already able to find someone to build a new one? Sure did. Wow. How were you able to get a carpenter on such short notice like that, Professor? Let's just say I know somebody that owed me a favor. Meanwhile, I know I said I'd do anything to help repay the professor for her help, But I didn't think she was going to ask me to rebuild this thing by myself. Maybe if I just offered her that strange sword as payment myself before she walked off with it, I wouldn't be stuck here trying to figure out what language these instructions are even written in. Instructioner.
They're clearly handwritten by Violet.
Okay.
Either that or from the Fodland equivalent of IKEA.
No, it wouldn't have words if it was the Fodland equivalent of IKEA.
IKEA instructions used to have words, they just don't anymore.
Right. Now it's just bullshit pictures. Same thing with Lego, actually. Like, Lego used to have written instructions to it, now it's just pictures.
At least their pictures are clear.
No, most of the time they're colored. If anything, IKEAs are the ones that are clear.
It's Swedish, so that was the joke, yes.
Ah. I see.
Oh, he sent the photo?
Yep. You definitely see Ingrid much better at full scale.
Yes.
Hey.
Just gonna go ahead and store that. It's literally titled the A-Team.
I take it Bio sent that after sending the memes?
Yeah.
That is... Like, I kind of want that in a frame in real life. Like, I kind of just actually want that hanging over the couch while we play this game.
What the?
Just kind of gonna slowly scroll this across the screen rather than try to resize everything on the fly.
There was one missed opportunity, though, in that photo bio. And that is that Flane could have had her I Heart Fish flag.
It might be off screen to the right. It's a drastic step, but sometimes you just have to make a point. Can't believe I managed to forget about how dark it was in here. I don't know if I'll be able to find it on my own at this rate. No, if I can't even do this on my own, then what good am I to everyone else? I just have to keep looking. Put this stream back over here. Let's see. No, it isn't here. Maybe here? No.
Hey.
Not here either. I guess I'll have to go back for a light source after. Squeak. Wait, was that? It is! I have to go find Annie right away. Elsewhere, a short time later.
What the?
Oh, where is that stupid thing? I've looked almost everywhere at this point, but I just can't... Annie, hold on a second. Ash? I'm glad I ran into you so soon. Here, I found this for you.
Hey.
You found the doll my dad gave me? Where was it? I practically looked everywhere. It was actually in the old tower. I thought that maybe you might have dropped it there while the professor was making us fix the wall that you exploded. Of course it would be in there of all places, but why were you there, Ash? I thought you hated that place as much as I did. Well, I heard that you've been searching around for your doll for a while now, so I figured it was only right that I helped find it with how hard you were looking. Oh, thank you, Ash. You really didn't have to, but I really appreciate it. Don't worry, I'm glad to have helped. Though I am curious, why were you looking for it so hard, Annie? With how much you hate your father, I would have thought you couldn't care less about the doll he gave you. Well, it wasn't so much that I cared about the doll, but that there was something I wanted to do with it. Really? And what would that be? After what happened a couple weeks ago when my dad...
Professor,
you know.
Professor.
I decided that I wanted to take the old doll he gave me and light it on fire in front of his room door. You know, as a symbolic way to show him that he's dead to me after he lit me on fire without a care in the world. Oh. But now that I have it back, I realize that I don't actually have a way to set it on fire from a distance since I only know wind magic. Well, I might not be able to use any magic, but if you wanted, you could light one of my arrows on fire with a torch, and then I could set the doll on fire for you. You actually do that for me, Ash? But I'd have thought you would be telling me to try to make things up with my father instead of because of what happened with Lord Leonardo. Annie, I know I miss my father a lot, and I admit that in most other situations you would be right, but when it comes to your dad, well, he literally set you and half the school on fire and treated it as if it was actually necessary. At that point, I can definitely say you're much better off staying away from him.
Okay.
Fucking psychopath.
What the?
The thought on this was that it was taken in celebration right after Byleth spiked the baloney off Edelgard's face 5 years ago, but wasn't able to actually get printed out until recently. That makes some sense. No, seriously, why is the bar for hiring these people so low? Oh great, we're here again. I know, it already feels like I'm starting to melt and we haven't even been here for 5 minutes. Professor, be honest. How are you holding up? Surely you must be experiencing problems as well because of all that dark clothing you wear. Oh, I'm doing great. I've actually been here before a couple with the class, so I'm pretty used to it by now. About the worst that's happened is that time JPEG got a cold. Monks once used this place as an ascetic training ground because of the intense investments. And you're ignoring me again, even though you were the one who asked in the first place. You know, if you're gonna be such a rude dick like that, you could at least say something useful for once. They say that Aelel, that is, the Valley of Torment, was actually made by an act of the goddess's rage. Huh? Yes, if you believe the legend, they say this valley is evidence of the goddess's judgment passed down on humanity for our corruption. Hey, JPEG, you ever hear anything about this rage or judgment nonsense before? She's doing it again. She kind of just shrugged, so not really sure what you're on about there, Annie's dad. The forest that was once here was burnt to ash by a pillar of light from the heavens. Oh, sure, just continue past my saying I don't really believe any of this. Definitely not like I'm going to just be ignoring you now or anything. That legend fueled belief in the idea that this place of torment was actually a gift given to us by the goddess, so that we may all one day purify our sins in the beautiful cleansing flames of the valley. Wait, what was that last bit? You mean how the goddess bestowed upon us these beautiful, cleansing flames, so that we may one day use them to purge our souls of all sin? Yeah, that's what I thought I heard you say. I'm gonna go not be here now. Good, there you are, Annie. Quick question. Weird one to ask, I know, but do you happen to think your dad is really weird about fire? Yes. Because he was talking about some super weird shit back there. Wait, you do? Unfortunately. Okay, that wasn't the answer I was expecting. How do you figure? Was it because of the time he set you on fire and acted like it was totally fine? No, it's because when Ash and I went ahead and set an old doll my dad gave me on fire to get across how much I hate him, my dad just kind of stared at it while it burned with this really weird smile on his face the whole time, and never once tried to put it out. Alright, big points for the doll thing. Definitely a good way to get across your hatred for someone in a super personal way without also having to earn any jail time in the process. So, how upset was he at you afterwards? That's just it, Professor. He wasn't even angry about it. Once the doll finished burning, he actually found me the next day and thanked me for giving him such a wonderful gift. I think I'm starting to see how that our asshole guy had such an easy time convincing your dad it was a good idea to try burning down half the school. Nah, Bio, some of my clearly best YouTube descriptions have been written at 4 in the morning. Nobody ever calls me on it. Ever. Right? Right?
I don't read any of your descriptions, so I definitely don't. Like, literally every last one of your descriptions on your YouTube videos could be roasts of me, and I would never know.
Oh, they all are. Don't worry about it.
That doesn't surprise me.
The chill deficiencies are reaching critical levels. Okay. Professor, I've finished scouting the area. Oh, you're back already, Ash. So, what did you find out about the enemy positioning? Well, about that. God damn it. Professor, what's wrong? Well, according to Ash, this place is apparently swarming with archers, and all of them seem to have ridiculous range on their sightlines. Really? Oh, great. Looks like I'm not going to be able to do much to help this mission. I wouldn't want my Pegasus to take a stray arrow. Ingrid, you do know you could just hop off your horse for a bit and the archers won't be able to shoot it, right? Well, yes, but then I wouldn't be on my Pegasus, Professor. Which would be worse than the alternative of you having to sit here wasting everyone's time expressly doing nothing for the entire mission solely so they can't shoot your horse because I wouldn't be on my Pegasus, Professor. You are just impossible to work with sometimes, you know that, Ingrid? I tried, Professor. You would say that, wouldn't you? Flame, get over here! Yes, what is it that you've called me for, Professor? Well, since Ingrid has apparently decided she's just going to be completely worthless today, I take offense to that. That was the point, yes. I need you to take point on this one to help sweep the archers out, Flame. As you wish, Professor. I will try to do it as discreetly as possible, so as not to alarm the enemy of our intentions. 5 minutes later. And what's so wrong with me making friends with the fellow students in my class? Who I associate with is no business for my father to meddle in. And why must they keep telling me that it is wrong to swim with the fishes in the fishing pond?
What the?
And continued sounds of violence. You know, I think I'm starting to sense some kind of pattern here. Professor, don't you think we should... Hell no! If you want to stop her, be my guest, but personally, I don't feel like dying today. But, Professor, I'm pretty sure this is your fault. Zip it, Ingrid. I already got more than enough of that from Sedith after he heard about us beating up Flame's uncle. Besides, if anyone's really to blame here, it's probably Dimitri in his angry hyper-murder phase. That guy is a bad influence. Professor, you do realize you're also mostly to blame for that too, with all the horrible things you forced Dimitri to experience, right? Shit. Yeah, nobody. Not once. Ever. Yeah, exactly. Certainly not once. This one actually ended with a different joke originally, but I ended up changing it because I realized it sounded too much like the end joke from the one where Flame beat her uncle up. Oh, Zed, don't tell her. Don't tell her that.
What did Zed say? Enjoy your descriptions. They're not roasts of you. Honestly, wouldn't notice if they were, and wouldn't care because I wouldn't be aware.
I mean, the eternal joke is that nobody reads YouTube comment or YouTube descriptions, like, ever. I mean, I often open them up just to see if there's anything
I will
relevant,
if I think
but...
the video is particularly interesting and I'm looking for, like, resources they might have linked or credit they might have given to other sources, or... But I also feel like my media diet on YouTube is very different from most people, because I follow predominantly, like, TTRPG channels, which do link a lot of things in the comments, or in the description. but also, things like Legal Eagle and all that also are kind of famous for putting things in the video descriptions, so...
Also, it's probably worth pointing out that it was actually Bernie who went ham on that map, but he changed it to Flame because it was both funnier and easier to work with. Yeah.
Okay.
Bernie got real crit happy that map. I finally got to use the better lance. It is good to see you are still alive after all, Your Highness. And hello to you as well, Professor Byleth. It's been quite a while. Tell me, how's my son been doing? Well, Felix is still kind of a dick, but what can you do? Tell me about it. At least I can say he isn't the worst person I have to share my classroom with now, so he does have that going for him. Ah, well, isn't that something? Who'd you manage to find who's... Enough with the pleasantry. Enough with the pointless chatter. Let's get on with it, Rodrigue. Right, well, to put in a manner the professor would be familiar with, shit is thoroughly fucked, Your Highness. Tell me something I don't know. Very well then. Cornelia has given pretty much the whole western side of the kingdom to the Empire to secure her power, and after doing so has been using her new troops to hunt me and my men down ever since. I knew I should have killed that witch when I had the chance. Agreed. However, that isn't the only thing I wanted to talk to you about. Your Highness, Ferdiad is in terrible shape. The people there have been subjected to nothing but endless tyranny and rebellion since the takeover, and have even been dying in the street from hunger. And you're bringing this up because... Your Highness, I need you to just listen for a moment. I know that you want to take Edelgard's head. Hell, even I want to myself, but I think the right course of action is to change course to Ferdiad to take out the traitors first. Are you seriously asking me to just forgive her for what she's done and let her go? No? I pretty obviously said nothing of the sort. What I'm saying is that we need to put a pin in it for the moment and focus on actually saving the people who are still alive first, instead of focusing solely on the ones who are already dead. As Lambert's friend, I'm confident he would have agreed with me on this. What was that? How dare you put words in the mouths of the dead like that, Rodrigue? I know for a fact that destroying Enbar first is what my father would have wanted us to do. Isn't that right, Glenn? Professor Byleth, I hate to ask this, but is this something you did, or... Hey, don't look at me. I had nothing to do with this hot mess. This guy's just nuts. Well then, in that case, I should probably head back to catch my troops up to speed, but first I actually had something to give to you, Your Highness. Oh? And what would that be? Another useless trinket? This, of course. I believe it's time that it went to its rightful owner. Aradbar? But how did... I stole it when Cornelia wasn't looking. Right. Thank you, my friend. Think nothing of it, Your Highness. Oh, before I forget, Professor Byleth, I've decided to join with your forces, so make use of us as you will to take back our kingdom. Sure? Very good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go get my things. Good day to you both. Ah, that certainly is appropriate for you with how unnecessarily spiky it is. Hey, do you think you could let me take a... The only way you will ever lay a hand on this lance is by picking it off of my mangled corpse, Professor. Jeez, the hell got into you, Dimitri? It's not like I was gonna steal it or anything. Professor, did you honestly expect me to believe that, or... Okay. Yeah. I realized how fake that actually sounded as I said it. Obviously, I was planning to just steal the thing and hand it to Ingrid as soon as you let me touch it. Pretty much everyone here knew that, so no need to point out how blatant I was being about it. Oh god. What did you grab this time? Is that the right thing finally? Okay, cool. Man, OBS really likes picking the wrong background element sometimes. I think the thing it grabbed that time was...
Traumatized Danny.
Yeah, it was, because she should be over there. Wait, what did I just move?
What the?
What is that? What am I moving?
But don't we have an Ingrid pop up too?
It wasn't the Go Saber. Oh, it was. Okay, I see. It was that. Fun lore, but you may not have noticed every single hero relic is made of bones. Huh. Neat. Been waiting so long to use Better Ron. I was originally planning to use it for Ingrid, but I was requested to use Gaypole for her instead. Open parentheses 3. So I ended up having to use it for Edgelord over here instead.
Okay.
So yeah, the spear that was used there was, you know, Rongominiad. Or the, like, dark variant of it.
Lord Rodrigue seems reliable, but even with his help, aren't we still a little short-handed? We can probably make it to the Great Bridge of Myrden, but beyond that, I don't know. Don't let Dimitri push you too much, Professor. It'll shorten your life for sure.
Now she's concerned about our lives, is she?
Well,
An advanced bow tournament, you say? Oops.
What's the reward?
A silver bow plus, I think. But, you know, still an advanced bow tournament. So we've got 2 viable candidates here.
Bernie has a crest, and she would start doing more damage once she's taken her first hit.
That's true.
But Ash has higher speed, I think.
Ash definitely has higher speed. We'll give Ash a try, and if he doesn't get it, we'll let Bernie take her crack at it. Well, he's not doubling.
I won't falter.
The bright side is he's probably more proficient with a training bow than anyone else ever.
That's true.
Oh, hey, now he's getting his double.
In the name of justice.
Really, Ash.
Good boy.
Overkill. We're gonna wanna heal.
Probably. Yep. Alright, Ash, get him.
I must steel myself.
Neither Ash or Bernie are known for their speed. Ash's is certainly better. As we established, Lewin was basically just a legally distinct Lance of Ruin. I felt it a good fit at the time. Yeah. Well, you can survive the hit, so.
I'm still here.
Ash used that bow for so long, it was basically the same as Lloyd, having used his wooden swords as training weights. Oh.
The finals, we've.
I don't know that Ash wins this. I don't think he wins this.
Well, we gotta. We might as well heal the
I mean,
try.
we do,
'cause he
yeah.
can still potentially dodge.
We have to double heal. Oh, it won't let us double heal. That's interesting.
We only get 2 heals per tournament.
No, it's 3. Yeah, he kind of needs to... He kind of needs to dodge and crit, I think.
Or dodge twice.
Or dodge twice. Crit. Yep.
And no dodge. Well, let's give Bernie a try.
I know, it's always been that way with the tournaments, Bio. For some reason, we have to use training weapons, but everybody else gets to use real weapons.
I've always assumed that's because everybody knows that Violet's class is trained to be lethal even with training weapons, so they're just trying to mitigate how likely we are to overkill.
Well,
Alright, Bernie, you have a try.
Oh, she gets doubled round 1.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about with her speed.
I mean, so was I, but she also does have a higher crit chance than Ash.
Yes, I've got you.
That's our girl.
Pretty good, huh?
I mean, we're essentially banking on her crest doing anything here, which is not a good thing to bank on.
Oh, she still gets the double on this guy.
Money's unstoppable.
It's pretty unfair to force a kid to go out there with a Nerf bow while everyone else gets real ass hunting bows. I mean, she does have... Oh my god, Bernie!
She's literally not been touched yet.
Unstoppable.
Is she seriously gonna make it to the semifinals without taking any damage?
Well, yes, because that was the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem is, this is where, unless she gets a crit, a crest trigger,
Or dodges.
or 2 dodges... No, a crest, a crit... No, she does. She needs to dodge twice. Really, she needs a crit or a crest trigger here. Or she doesn't make it as far as Ash did.
But she should get extra damage on this shot because of her ability.
Okay.
A little scratch won't stop me.
Well, she made it as far as Ash, while taking significantly less hits. 20. God.
I mean, to be fair, she only lasts 2 hits the same as Ash. But she's less likely to get hit. No crit chance, though,
No
which
crit
is a problem.
chance. So, we're banking on...
Dodging and or crest.
We're banking... She needs 3 hits to kill. So she needs to double dodge, or she needs a crest to trigger. No crest. Not the dodge.
Good girl, Bernie! Can't wait for this to be in the memes next week. This is why Ash is still in remedial archery lessons.
That's true. Still, that guy is 7 levels lower than her, and, you know, it was, like, actually a problem. So.
Bio. Bernie's over here speedrunning the arena so she can get back to her room faster.
Yeah. Like, Professor, why did you make me do this instead of Ash? You don't want to know, Bernie.
Lord Gwendol was pretty tough.
Trust me, that
If
wouldn't
only
end
he'd
well
been
for
on our
Ash.
side, he would have been a great ally. But it was Lord Gwendol himself who made the decision to throw his lot in with the Empire alongside his liege. I will neither pity him nor mourn for him. It would be an insult to his honor. To follow the path of justice as long as life endures. That is the duty of a Knight of Farkas.
You say so, dude. I don't see any blue stuff in here, do you?
I do not know.
Alright, who do we have today? We have Traveler Jersey? Jesse, maybe? Traveler Ali. Traveler Seaful?
Syphil.
And Traveler Zuckerberg.
Zumberg.
Yeah, whatever. Silver Sword.
That's not a Viscom.
Okay. No sign of them yet. Run down the middle.
Well now.
That reminds me.
Anyway,
Down the stairs, swing off this direction.
Oh.
what?
Cut up through here. Ah, okay, off to the side. And a right.
Right.
What the?
Nearby presence. Ends up out the other way. Getting close.
Professor!
Is seriously in that side room?
No. Not in there. Where are they? Where are they?
Oh, there they are.
Get. Did I get it?
I don't know. You did!
I did. I got it with 0 time on the clock. Holy shit. Professor, why are you making me do this? Because Ash can't. It's pretty rude, Professor. No, trust me, I already tried that. It's better for his self-confidence for me not to ask. Nope, that's not a Viscum.
That reminds me.
Right.
Oh, nearby presence. And close.
There she is.
An appropriate place to leave Flame.
I was about to say, they left Flame by the pond. How nice of them.
Alright, Zuckerberg. What is it with people and meat? I swear.
Hashtag moose meat.
Nearby presence. Nope.
I don't even remember what
Must
unit
be one-
I'm supposed to be looking for.
Must be in one of the classrooms. No? Ah. Here somewhere? Oh, must be in here, huh?
Come to think of it. Okay.
No? Shit. Getting close. Oh, there. Of course Flame would be there. She probably got distracted by the fish while she was trying to hide. Umbral Seal. God damn it. Ash, meanwhile, miffed that Violet didn't pick him, but not wanting Bernie to be too hurt, bribed the competitors to actually go easy on her.
That reminds me.
Oh.
Anyway,
Thing yet.
Professor! Oh.
Hard left. Other side. Oh, that's a wall.
Well,
Getting close.
There she is.
Yep. If Ash bribed them, then they wouldn't have still been using actual weapons. Yeah. I'm like, hey, a fishing bait. Yay. You are all useless to me. Blaine, what are you doing in the
Here brings
classroom?
back all manner of memories. The days I spent studying here with you and everyone else. Those days were so special to me.
Kinda would have been a waste of money since Bernie just ended up taking most of them out in one hit anyways.
They were truly some of the warmest days
Yeah,
of my
she
life.
did crit her way through
Almost
most
empty
of
in my
that
heart.
tournament.
And now, to be forced to fight with those I was once so close to, my friends, it is most saddening.
To be fair, most of the people were in direct conflict with Blaine weren't your classmates or your friends. We did sort of steal most of the school into our class. Unless, of course, she, like you, is still in Morning of Mook number 2. Or Mook 2. They didn't deserve what I did to them.
Nope.
Even after all these decades, the Academy hasn't changed a bit.
Really? Have you seen the big hole over in the church? Because
I remember.
Or the
well,
fact
even
that I'm
I
Archbishop.
used to sneak out of lectures with Lambert almost every day. I suppose this is not the time for an old man's nostalgia. We have received approval from House Regan. We should set out as soon as you're ready.
bitch, don't tell me what to do.
I don't think you ever really talked to any of the students that weren't part of our class, so like the only person that would really apply to would be Lorenz, I guess. No, Ferdinand. He came with us on a lot of missions. Oh, we failed to recruit him.
Well, I mean, we literally couldn't. Like, we could not progress his social link enough to like be able to do that. My God, the JPEG room's just handing out fucking elixirs now. We gotta burn that gazebo down more often.
Marianne did a great job rebuilding it, though.
I thought House Fraldarius had an invasion of their own to worry about. I'm impressed Lord Rodrigue was willing to provide us all these reinforcements and supplies. The Knights' morale is really boosted, seeing as they have had their first good meal in a while. Let's hope we can keep this up and take down the Great Bridge of Myrden.
Right. Do you really think it's a good idea to trust Claude? If you let yourself get taken
You
in
shut
by
your
his silver
mouth.
tongue, you might wind up regretting it. The thing is, 5 years ago, I was taken in by his tricks myself. I was given a long and grueling lecture by my unit leader that day. Ugh. The memory of it is still too painful.
You shut your whorebag mouth. Claude is wonderful.
Yeah, he's too yellow.
He is too yellow, but he's also an excellent character.
Child and Mercy, huh?
I'm sure you know this already, but House
No,
Ardelia is
Gilbert
aligned
hasn't
with
tried
the
to kill his
Empire.
daughter yet today.
They face the Empire from across a river, similar to the Gloucesters.
Ferdinand only really talked with Flame the one time, and that was when she started chugging down maintenance oil in front of him. Pretty safe to say that friendship didn't go anywhere.
Maybe
so,
not for Ferdinand, but
refuse to
for
yield to
Flane,
the
it
Empire a
introduced her
second
to her
time.
fishy oil that she constantly references in our narrative.
The Empire did unthinkable things to my family, and to me. The only option here is winning. Professor, you must promise we will overcome the Empire. I'm sure you the only what
Just checking to make sure you didn't lose any of this stuff, child.
what
Mercy!
Looks like we're all set with food supplies, thanks to Lord Rodrigue.
Bribes for Ash showing a picture of Byleth and mentioning baloney. The other combatants were instructed to make themselves easier to hit.
We have more soldiers to feed now, so we'll still need to ration. But I think we have enough extra to make some tasty treats. I'll go scout the pantry. We can enjoy it together over some tea. Did you find 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 Did you Did you find Did you find Did you Did you find Did you Did you find Did you find It looks like
I forgot to... You! Teach me how to white magic better. Thank you.
Do you remember to have Flane teach you to magic better when we were talking to Flane?
The area
so.
around Castle Gaspar, where I was living, is under the control of House Rowe, who have submitted to the Empire. If I hadn't come to Garreg Mach, I might have ended up as your enemy at
I
Aeon.
love that chat
That
is
thought
just
makes
trying
me
to
really
take
happy to
all
be
of
here
Bernie's
now.
victories away from her. And credit all of Bernie's victories to Ash. That makes me kind of sad.
I don't think I would have been able to handle facing all of you in battle. That thought, I don't think...
Oh, right. You got MVP son at some point. Oh, Bernie!
War isn't kind to you if you're a recluse. By the time you realize what's going on, you're already under attack. And if you're off by yourself, you can get killed with no one ever even finding out. Oh, that'd be awful. Just terrible. Okay, Professor, I get it. I know I'll have to come out.
You guys get Xenoblade 3. No, but I also haven't played Xenoblade 1 or 2, so...
Gil got it.
Xenoblade 3 wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for me to pick up.
maybe.
I did start playing Oblivion the other day for
Oh,
the
yeah?
first time ever. But
How baffled are you with its, like, nonsense leveling system?
so I understand how the leveling system works, but the thing is I ended up uninstalling Oblivion today so that I can fresh start, reinstall it, and see if I can figure out where in my modding process I broke it, because I could not figure out, even when I undid everything I did for modding, I could not for the life of me figure out how to make my game function properly again. So I think I need to look up some more tutorials on how to mod a game that old without breaking
Mod manager.
everything. Except Vortex doesn't work for it, because that's where I tried to run all my mods from.
Yeah, that's why you use Nexus Mod Manager.
It's not supported anymore. You can't download it.
Sure you can. You just gotta go on an archive and grab an old copy.
So, you know, I gotta try and figure that out again, because I was actually enjoying what I was seeing of it, although, as counterintuitive as it might sound, I think I might actually opt not to make Destruction Magic one of my major skills.
No, that's absolutely intuitive. Yeah, let me explain to you how...
No, I'm aware of how their leveling system works. Like, you can only level up a major skill 10 times before you actually level, but how much your ability scores increase is dependent on what skills you've used. So you want to focus on raising minor skills before major skills so that you're always ensuring the maximum bonuses to your stats when you actually hit the level. Like, I understand that.
Yeah,
It's dumb, but I understand it.
The other thing you want to make sure of is that when you're building your character, you set it up to get as many points into luck as possible, because you can only ever boost luck by 1 point per level regardless of what you do. So starting with 55 in it is like a huge boost over doing anything else, because it's really hard to raise it later.
But I don't like that.
I know, it's dumb, but it's kind of the...
I want to play a mage, and
Well-
I want to play a mage without having to boost my fucking luck, and instead be able to boost the things that actually make a fucking... Like, don't get me wrong, I understand luck impacts a lot.
It does. It impacts
But-
spells. It impacts everything. Literally everything.
That's just dumb, because it would mean I'd need to take, like, fucking Wood Elf, I think, gets a bonus to luck. It just...
Yeah, Oblivion's got some, it's got some systems, for sure.
Oh-ho!
Hello there.
Excuse me, sir. I
This
need to
one,
buy
yes.
all of your insect larvae, please.
You know, actually, when I
think
play
this one, yes.
Skyrim, I don't end up defaulting to Stealth
I
Archer,
think
but
this
that is
one, yes.
entirely because I add a shit ton of
I
extra
think this
spells
one,
to
yes.
my game to keep me
think
entertained with
this one,
magic
yes.
instead of... Oh, and to, you know, actually give me critical spell damage that scales off Sneak, so... But yeah, I actually want to do a full playthrough of Oblivion, and what's funny is when I was originally doing setup for it, I was like, you know, maybe, because I do have some video capture software on my computer, I was like, maybe, just maybe, I might actually record some of this.
Yo, strong recommendation, though.
But-
right? What you want to do is you want to go and buy at least the Mage's Tower DLC.
Oh, I've got all the DLC
Okay.
for Oblivion.
Return
I
soon,
bought
please.
Oblivion on a Steam sale forever ago with all the DLC
Hey, welcome.
for like $6.
Yeah. Because the Mage's, like, having the DLC that gives you the Mage's Tower,
Gives you a free modular player house, yes.
that, but it also gives you the fastest access to spell crafting. Because in case you didn't know,
You
you
can
can
design
make
your own
own
spells.
spells.
That's part of why I want to play Oblivion so badly. But my big issue with it is that the default textures and things drive me insane. Also, I hate the UI.
Search for an item that belonged to Anna. Maybe it was dropped in the dining hall.
So at the very least, I need graphics overhauls and a new UI
There's
overhaul.
unrest everywhere these days. I hope things go back to
Um,
normal soon. People need more to smile about, aside from my great deals.
So,
Oh, here you go. Luck is a stat either always seem to be completely busted to shit or not even worth considering mechanically. Not a whole lot of in between. Yeah, like... Oblivion, super good. New Vegas, super good.
hey yo, well played, by the way, my good sir. I tip my hat to you. enlisting Sergeant L to surprise birthday gift Inu was an absolutely brilliant move.
I hope things... Welcome!
Yeah, I was cheeky with it. You were. But see, I appreciate that.
Is that the one?
Luck is unbelievably broken in New Vegas for many reasons at that. So
Yeah.
So my understanding from
Come back soon!
what genuinely little research I did on Oblivion, because I just wanted to make sure I understood like basic systems before I installed it. So I looked up like a compare and contrast between Skyrim and Oblivion to just figure out what mechanics I was going to need to shift my mindset on.
Literally all of them.
That's what I discovered, yes. But I discovered that basically luck in Oblivion is very similar to how the luck stat functions in Fallout 4.
I always knew my father was mad, but this time he's gone too far. Easy
So
for
I
you
know
to
how
say.
important that stat's
hardly
going to be to
know the man.
raise. I just...
Only a fool would abandon his own territory.
Yeah, I want to do a full playthrough of Oblivion, but I need to figure out how to get all my mods to work properly first. Again, it's mostly just graphics overhauls, some hairstyle mods, a couple mods to make
Professor.
female
Nothing to
armors a
report.
bit more
Lord Rodrigue is
interesting
revered
without
by
being
all as the
slutty.
shield
Why
of
are you
Fargus.
focusing on the gatekeeper's crotch?
I don't know, the camera's doing this.
I was imagining a more stern-faced fellow. He's actually quite friendly.
Hey, Gatekeeper, do you want to talk about cute monks? How about cats?
I heard that he recently spent the night drinking in the dining hall with soldiers from the
New
church.
Vegas is awesome. Love whenever a game takes into account you having intelligence being low as possible, giving you unique dialogue when you're dumb as a box of rocks.
Oh my god, New Vegas's idiot run is a fucking masterstroke.
From the outside,
Oh,
House
Inu, Gil's
Regan and
asking
House
if you
Ross
decided to
have
actually
been
stream
fighting
some
over
extra this
leadership
week.
of the Alliance.
So, the answer is yes, but I don't know when exactly. I'm thinking I'm gonna do at least some tomorrow at some point, but I don't really know.
Hashtag birthday stream.
I don't really know when, because, like, I'm going out for lunch with my parents, and then I've got an HVAC guy showing up somewhere between, like, 2 and 4, and then obviously I've got, well, I say obviously, as long as you're not crippled again, I've got stream with you tomorrow night, so, like, I don't know, maybe tomorrow morning, or, like, afternoon until the HVAC guy shows up or something, I don't know, it's gonna be a bit touch and go.
I think Mom had been thinking like 12:30 for lunch.
Then this war comes along, and their opinions are split about whether to ally with the Empire or not. Their existing enmity only worsened, leading them to full-on conflict with one another.
Wait a minute. Is that Misao? I swear that Kingdom Knight is voiced by the same VA that does Misao Makimachi in Kenshin.
No voice skill? That sucks. From the perspective of someone who uses her voice literally all day at work, I know from experience how badly it sucks when you lose it.
Who was your VA? Valence Sampler? Alright, let me search her up. See what I can figure. I swear that sounds like Misao. Oh no, she's dead. She died last year from a heart attack.
Oh, rest in peace, Kingdom Knight.
Oh god, she was also Mimi in Digimon Adventure? I never put that together. And Cody in Adventure 02. Wait, Mimi and Cody were the same VA? Holy shit. There's also Zatch Bell. And Code Geass. Oh, she was Rokta in episode 1 of Demon Slayer. Oh, she was also a Zarya in the dub for Alicization. Okay.
Oh, this is very quickly heading the direction of our Supreme Mugwump conversation from last week.
Don't worry about
I
it.
mean, that wasn't on stream, but...
Video games, video games, video games.
Why did I just see a pop-up on your screen for Miraculous Ladybug?
Oh, probably because I scrolled over it in this, like, direct-to-video thing here. It's not listing her as having been in Three Houses, but I suppose she could have been uncredited. But it sure sounds like Misao.
However, the leader of the Alliance is a very shrewd man. It's difficult to predict what he'll do at this point.
Well played, Zed.
Good old Pharaon. Clearly the best episode. Okay. Although the bubble one was pretty great too, and the roller skating time travel one.
That show has quite a few good episodes. I'm not
I knew the leader of the Alliance would
necessarily saying it's a perfect show
because
because it's definitely not.
There's no telling
but...
when he'll turn on us. If we advance
and I wish they'd kept the original art style.
Our chances for reconnaissance will be limited.
But...
I just hope it goes according to plan.
It also features Christina V and Bryce Pappenbrook, so, you know, not gonna complain.
What?
Okay.
Especially when every now and then they let Marinette sing, and then I get to hear Christina V sing outside of her YouTube channel.
Here's an idea.
On the north side of the Great Bridge of Myrden lies the territory of Acheron of the Alliance, and to the south, the Empire's Burgleys territory. Count Burgleys has held the position of Minister of Military Affairs for the Empire ever since the days of Emperor Ionius.
What is up with this lady's reverse boob window?
I don't know.
That's on the wrong side, lady.
The current
But
emperor
the Great Bridge of Myrden, I keep forgetting, isn't naturally in, Felix's not Felix,
Claude?
Lorenz's family territory. I forget it belongs to that other asshole, because, you know, he turns traitor real fast.
We
in
were
Three
raised
Hopes.
by Lord Rodrigue himself to be the elite of the elite. Even if
She
our
was
enemy is the
probably my
Empire's
favorite
vast
Tertiary,
army, we
especially
can
with
overcome
that
the
one
difference in
scene in
numbers.
Edelgard's
One thing
room
that
in
could
Three
prove
Hopes.
to be a problem is if our food and supplies don't hold up. If we attack the Imperial capital before the
One
Kingdom
scene in
capital,
Edelgard's
we'll
room
have
in
to be
Three Hopes. I
swift
don't think
if
I've
we want to
gotten to
prevail.
that yet. Also, Bio says, wow, I don't think that soldier lady could have sounded more bored if she'd tried. Oh, Mar! Hi!
Jesus, Mar, isn't it like fucking 2 a.m. or something? Go to bed.
Hopefully late for you to be hopping into stream.
I think that's, yeah.
Right.
Ingrid. Ingrid? Why are you staring at this training dummy?
Just like
But yeah,
House
once I can
Valdarius,
figure out how
House
to
Galatea is
successfully
currently
mod
being invaded by the dukedom. My
or
family is
successfully
not
get
as
the
wealthy
mods
as
I
most
want
others,
running
so we are
in
incapable of sparing resources or reinforcements.
in Oblivion to run.
It's just so frustrating not being able to
I
do
won't be
anything to
playing
help.
that.
Who else is... Oh, Marianne.
My adoptive father is planning on supporting the Regan family in the upcoming operation. He says it's the perfect opportunity to get both the Alliance and the Kingdom on his side. He even insisted that I promote the good name of House Edmund to the people of the Kingdom.
Oh, how's that been going?
I'm not very good at this sort of thing, but I suppose I did just tell you, so that must count for something. What's the... What's the... What's... 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 What... What's... What's the... What's...
What's... God, I suddenly need so much wood, steel, and money in Three Hopes. Like, so much.
I had an encounter with Lord Gwendol. How many years ago was it?
Back before the academy, I met this girl who I fell madly in love with.
And her dad tried to kill me. I suppose he just tried to scare me, but I was sure I was gonna die. Oh yeah, her dad? Lord Gwendol. Crazy, right? I never thought I'd seriously be trying to kill the guy in battle. I kind of don't know how to make sense of it.
Maybe.
Come to think of it. Gwendol made the ultimate sacrifice in service of House Rowe. I understand that feeling. I'd do anything for Lady Rhea. You think we should have stopped him. You might be right about that. At any rate, it's up to the individual how to demonstrate loyalty.
You tell anyone? No, I'm not very good at this kind of thing. I guess I did just tell you, so that has to mean something, right? You told me what? Never mind. Hey, Catherine, is any of this stuff yours, by the way? Oh, if it isn't the little arsonist and the nerd.
The Great Bridge of Myrden isn't just a bridge. It has the features of a fortress. I believe it was built for military purposes by the first leader of the Adrestian Empire. In other words, it's even older than the monastery. So if we occupy the Great Bridge, we'll have to search it from top to bottom.
Any of this shit yours, by the way, nerd? He just sounds like we're letting air out of a tire every time we talk to him. Just Arsonist?
House Fraldarius is a military house. They swore fealty to the royal family at the kingdom's founding. The current family head, Lord Rodrigue, was raised like a brother to the former king. He harbors a loyalty that goes beyond mere duty. Perhaps this is why he was willing to lend us his aid.
A fortress bridge? So you're telling us there's ruins underneath it that we can just use to teleport past it? Yeah, basically.
You have my gratitude.
Oh shit. I scrolled too far. Oof. Well, tea time.
Okay. Let me just... nope, that's not what I meant to do. So it's Gilbert I need to look up tea time for?
Yep.
Gilbert. Tea party. Okay, two things I need to look up before I actually tell you what tea blend to use. You cannot talk to him about cute monks or cats.
God damn it.
Either almond or lavender, by the way.
No, I got plenty of almond.
I am honored to be in the scent. It seems we have similar tastes in tea. You have my gratitude. How delicious.
What? Equipment upkeep? Tell me about yourself.
Equipment upkeep.
Indeed. Indeed.
Wood carving, relaxing at the sauna.
Wood carving.
What? Potential training partners, exploring the monastery.
Potential training partners.
It was just the first one every single time.
Spear, sword, archery, martial
Nod.
arts, soldiering.
That's your only option.
I believe I've mastered most things worth mastering.
Is nod the first option?
It was.
Wow, you're super basic today.
He was literally just mash A and you win.
Thank you for the invitation, Professor.
Yeah,
Please
whatever.
call me again anytime.
Yeah, don't be so creepy. Like, that look on your face is real unnerving.
I mean, we did get bonus charm, I guess. Anyway, what's this quest? Oh, you have 2.
I have a request.
Gather the requested resource. Gotcha.
I have a request.
Yeah, accept.
I have a request.
Oh, going to sleep? Alright. Night, Mar.
Night, Mar. To ensure the safety of traveling merchants, take down bandits on the trade route. Gotcha. Sure, why not? Camera got turned around there. Alright, who's got stuff? One note. Everyone who hears the songs I make up laughs and says they're funny, but they're not supposed to be humorous. What's so damn funny about my lyrics?
I don't know who that is.
It's Annie. It's absolutely Annie.
Don't fret, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Yes. So, literally the only reason I know that's Annie is her entire support in Three Hopes is just her coming up with weird-ass songs.
Oh, she has them in a lot of her support conversations in this game, too.
Like, it's literally her entire support chain. Like, it starts out with, like, one of the songs she hadn't finished yet, Getting Around Camp, because Shez just started humming it. And then, like, there was unfinished lyrics, and she's really, like, mad that everybody knows these unfinished lyrics. And then eventually, it's this whole thing. Anyway. Excuse me, choir director man. Annie, Dorothea, come here.
Singing is so much fun. Everyone should enjoy themselves while they're doing it. I'll keep my voice down. Don't want people thinking I'm vying for attention. But how loud is too loud?
It doesn't seem to pop up. I don't think I've noticed it in her support with Felix in Three Hopes. Oh, hey look, Grumpy McGrumperton is still here.
If you stand in my way, I will strike you down.
Oh yeah? I'm waiting. I'm standing in your way, Dimitri. Where's the strike down? Don't make threats you're not willing to back up, Dimitri. And he's trying to write music. You get across how horrible her life has been since meeting Byleth, but everything she describes in the lyrics sounds so ridiculous that everyone assumes it's a joke.
Need something?
Can we do anything about the St. Macintosh thing? Oh shit, we can. Alright. Finish the St. Macintosh statue. Let's go!
You're all set.
Now, St. Indec. No? Okay.
See you again soon.
We're gonna continue to ignore Saint Asshole.
No.
Until he stops being a whiny bitch! Linhart.
Since I'm originally from the Empire, it seems no one trusts me with any important tasks. Fine by me.
No, Linhart, we don't trust you with any important attacks because you... tasks, sorry, not attacks. We don't trust you with those either, because you constantly slack off and fall asleep. Mercy is also originally from the Empire, and we trust her with all kinds of things.
Honestly, I bet they're watching my every move to make sure I can be trusted.
No, just to make sure you don't fall asleep. Yeah, I'm sure that's not why they're watching
If
you.
I were in charge, it's what I would do.
I'm not saying they're not watching you, I'm saying that's not why they're watching you. It's an important distinction, I feel. I remember that like monk phased into existence up here the other week. Like that. Or she just walks in from this window. He's a ghost! That's right. Back the way you came, bitch. I wanted to make sure she was still there after she walked around the corner. Tortilla!
We're going to invade the Empire, which means we'll be fighting people we know, won't we?
Well,
I mean, more you than us,
a couple
but...
of them, but, you know.
If we're attacked by someone we know or used to think of as a friend, is it permitted to run away?
It depends. Is that person Edelgard or Hubert? Because in that case, the answer is decidedly no. If that person is Ferdinand, the answer is also decidedly no, because that asshole didn't want to join us.
So just no.
Yeah, pretty much. No, it's not okay.
Makes sense. A commander running away would be terrible for morale.
Like, I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but no, it's
I'm
not
sorry.
okay, Dorothea.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I need you on your game.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Surprised Violet hasn't chucked the Indech statue and replaced it with a giant turtle statue yet.
Yeah, I know, right? What the hell? Teach me how to black magic. Thank you.
We only have one more activity point.
It's fine. Annie? Why?
So,
what are you
renowned
doing to
Shield of
Annette?
Fargus is now on our side. That is quite reassuring.
Who?
The Shield of Fargus.
Who?
Not only will he provide valuable support in battle,
Rodrigue.
but he has also brought us much-needed supplies.
I thought he meant to do.
No, that's the Wall of Fargus.
We cannot grow complacent, however. We must take the Imperial
And what part
capital
of
as
to
soon
do
as
is
possible.
dead? Don't you understand?
I don't believe it. Our boy doesn't die that easily. Not unless Randolph's involved.
We killed him.
Yeah, he dead now. Hey, can you teach me anything useful? No? Okay, see ya.
You know, much to Fleisch's
Next
eternal
was the Great
heartbreak,
Bridge of
her brother
Murder.
is dead.
We actually crossed it a long time ago. Do you remember? It was 5 whole years ago.
Oh, you mean like 2 weeks ago in my head?
A couple months ago.
It seems like so long ago, doesn't it? It's odd how fast time flies.
Especially when you were in a coma for 5 years.
Everyone was still friends then. After the fighting, we all ate together without splitting into our separate houses. I often wish we could go back to those peaceful days.
Well, unfortunately, Edelgard fucking ruined that. When she had my father killed! Or did you forget about that?
His friendly reminder, Annie, my
My
dad is dead!
Christ. Teach me black magic, by the way.
Zed, he'd die that easily if he didn't do his paralogue. Truth.
This experience is critical.
Yes.
Nah, the dude's too much of a badass. He'd be fine.
Hey, you. Professor?
Oh, hello there, Professor. Did you need something from me? It doesn't look like you're wounded or anything. You just looking for someone to talk to?
No, just making the usual rounds, Manuela.
Come on now. You don't have to be shy. Helping you feel better is important to me. Whether it's physical pain or worries of the heart, you can come to me for anything, Professor.
Okay, so I know this person who's a bit of an alcoholic,
Now you just start telling her these stories about how you're interested in Dorothea without actually mentioning it's Dorothea. You just talk about a songstress you let Manuela get her hopes up that you might be interested in her, and then go, so what would you do about Dorothea?
Yeah, right?
Where does your talent end and your crest's power begin?
Shut up.
Are they one and the same? Most intriguing. Yet it is quite difficult to draw useful conclusions given the situation. It is quite unfortunate I did not achieve my research goals before the war broke out. So much unknown. Now, I fear I will not have those answers even by conflict's end. So very frustrating.
Cereal.
Lady Rhea must be so scared. We gotta find her quick as we can. We got reinforcements from the Kingdom people now, right? Then we ought to be able to go save her.
Cereal, I don't think Rhea is gonna be scared, my dude.
Yeah, what part of well, I suppose we were some of the only ones that witnessed her turn into a massive fuck-off dragon, but fun fact, my dude, she's a massive fuck-off dragon.
We talking like big dragon.
You know that immaculate one they talk about in the religious texts that you read like crazy because you're obsessed with Rhea? Yeah, that's, you know, Rhea.
Alright, well that appears to be everyone we can talk to. The Wealth of Anna. A mysterious notebook Anna gave to a girl. It doesn't seem right to flip through it. And you think that's going to stop me because...
Oh-ho!
Little girl!
Yay! Thanks!
Gather the... Oh, right. Probably should have thought about that while we were... Wait, where was he?
Where was who?
Oh, he was up by the cathedral, wasn't he?
Oh, we've got a support to do too.
We do. I see that. So with Gilbert, it's with Gilbert, isn't it?
Probably.
Speaking of which, thank you very much.
Let's find out.
Professor.
Thought so.
Yep.
I am sorry to make you tag along with my shopping trip like this.
Nonsense, Professor. The Lady Rhea I know would never be a giant dragon in disguise. What's next? Are you gonna tell me she just goes around punching people as well? Yeah, well, about that. Fun fact, apparently in Three Hopes, a piece of dialogue states that Rhea is his adopted mother, so he's just a momicon. That makes sense.
You are very kind to offer your help. Even though
It
this
also
is
technically makes him our uncle and grandson?
I will someday repay you for this kindness.
I didn't come along to help, Gil. I came along to make sure you weren't lighting anything on fire.
Though I fear there may not be so many things I can help you with.
Well, I don't need you to teach me how to fish. I'm pretty good at that. You want to help with my combat training? I could use a pincushion.
I would be glad to. However, I would likely learn more from you than you would from me.
Accurate.
You made a living as a mercenary under Captain Gerald's guidance. As a comparatively new member of the Knights of Seros, I was not so familiar with his past exploits. Yet, clashing swords with him, even just a handful of times, was enough for his abilities to astound me.
When did you have a chance to do that exactly?
You, as one trained by him, must have those same great talents. I have devoted my life to the path of a knight, yet I find your mercenary experience lends your blade...
Wait up!
Oh no, a child. Don't light her on fire, Gil.
Catch me if you can. Come on, this way. This way.
Even in dark times such as these, children can find joy in life.
Yeah, they're pretty good at that.
Was I smiling? Please, forget you saw that. I do not have the right to such pleasures.
Tell me, is it true that you can shoot fire from your hands?
Indeed. For those we have lost will never be able to smile again. I am sorry. I did not mean to trouble you with such talk. Come, let us head back.
Good chat, buddy. Alright, fishing time.
You bought out all the extra bait, right?
Mm-hmm. Always do.
Kitty!
Hold on a second. Just feed it trout until it gives me a venom stone. Good kitty. Time to catch replacement trouts. Excuse me, I would like to fish.
We're just stuck looking after this weirdo now to make sure he doesn't try to set the school on fire again.
Professor, level up. Supply of activity points for battles and exploration has increased.
Might actually mean we have another point to use.
No, it doesn't increase at the time. Your maximum increases, but it doesn't increase your current.
Ew.
I've leveled up my professor rank off camera plenty enough times to know this. I mean, Three Hopes does the same thing, to be fair. Also means I kind of really don't need to feel like I have to fish all the time anymore.
No, but you might as well.
Well, I mean, I already bought the, bait, so I should use it. One of the big draws of it was getting the professor rank up faster. And now fishing is useless. Yeah, see, Zed says the same thing.
Well, here's the thing. It's still an opportunity to potentially make money if you fish exclusively on the days there's a light on the lake. Or the pond.
Yeah, but, I mean, at this point it means that I don't, need to... There's also a big, reason to, come back to the monastery as well. So we can probably spend a lot less time actually hanging out at the monastery from this point forward. know, if we don't, like, want to be here for some specific reason. Is this the kind of administrative bullshit that Raya had to do before we took over? Because that would make her habit of angrily punching things make sense, and make her hiring practices even weirder. Gonna dip out? Alright, night, Sarge.
Night.
Although leaving stream right around this, or stepping away from stream right around this time is bad luck.
Is it?
Yeah. This was around the same time, like percentage-wise and time-wise, where I decided to come downstairs to catch the rest of Gil's stream on Tuesday, when I discovered the almost electrical fire going on.
Oh.
I've tried to tell odd people to not work for me, but every time they would end up under my employ in weird circumstances out of my control, so I'm simply skipping a step. Yeah, it probably was Gilbert that wired the electricity. That seems reasonable. Ooh, goldfish.
Ooh.
$500 fish. So I know, like, at the top of this year, there was, you know, like, a quote-unquote leak of, like, a bunch of stuff that theoretically was going to get announced this year, like Nintendo stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things in there was a new, like, Fates entry for Fire Emblem. So, like, obviously, you know, Shadows of Valentia was there, right? And that's kind of the only, like, Fire Emblem Fates so far.
Mm-hmm.
But they were speculating a Shadows of Tellius, or Shadows of Radiance, I think it was. Which, like, I keep hoping that that was legit and that it gets announced already, because I would be super down for a Switch remake of, like, hopefully both Tellius games.
That would be amazing. In particular, if they decided that they wanted to put out amiibos, and I could get a Mickey Sue amiibo.
Oh god, I would be all over that. Are you kidding me? I would have to buy so many amiibos. Like, Mickey Sue, Saniki, Mia.
Well, I don't necessarily know that they do all of them, but Mickey Sue we at least have a decent chance on because she's one of the lords. And a fan favorite character.
I mean Saniki as well, probably. Ike Soth probably as well.
Well, Ike already has an amiibo.
Well, yeah, but Soth doesn't. Valencia amiibo, let's go. Fucking infinite brave sword peg knight monster.
Who can also heal.
Oh yeah, she's a peg knight. You gotta remember, that comes with the territory in Tellius.
Oh, that's true.
Like, all Falcon Knights can use rods. You know, that's sort of a weird thing, come to think about it, right? Like, you've always had kind of in Fire Emblem, like, your Paladin classes and your, like, Armor Knight classes, for instance, kind of have their choice of weapon types. But, like, you don't really have that in, Three Hopes. Like, even here, if we wanted to, we could, you know, we could have given Dedue swords or spears and had him do that instead of axes.
Yeah.
But, like, that's not a thing in Three Hopes. If you're an Armor Knight, you're using an axe. Like, that's just, that is your only option.
I suppose it's easier to code that way. Less animation you have to do.
Yeah, I suppose that's true, but... So I was saying that I'd been, like, smithing up my, my one Zoltan sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's to the point now where weapon durability doesn't even seem like a factor anymore.
Oh, that's the way it is on Lysithia's Hero Relic Tome on my playthrough.
It's like, pretty much the only things I'm using on Shaz are Luna and Fire Sweep.
Fire Sweep is one of my favorite skills.
And those are both, you know, at level 3, those are both 10 cost. And I now have like 350 durability or something. So every time I see anything that has a, like an actual health bar, I'm just like, alright, time to pop skill. And then the other one if they're not still dead. And then if that still hasn't worked, I'm gonna go into her C4 and do the stupid tornado move, which is horrendously busted. Like, why is C4 on Asura so, well, and Flugel, so ridiculously good? Like, it juggles, it like pulls stuff in, it, you know, it does really good damage. Like, she's got other combos, but I never use them. I'm too busy just doing the big stupid darkness tornado non-stop.
Ooh, I love that idea, Zed.
What's that?
Micaiah in the next Smash Brothers is a playable character.
It'd be interesting. I don't think it would happen, though. Like, they've already got their Tellius game representative. Although I do think, so I don't know if I've ever told you this, Willow, but in sort of the TV stand that the CRT is sitting on over there, where the Wii and all that is plugged in, I have a series of 4 SD cards for the Wii that all launch different hacks of Brawl with different like character lineups, and I think at least one of those has Micaiah.
As what, like a Zelda replacer?
No, as her own character. Like there's one of them has like fucking everything you could think of. Like Artoria from Fate's in there, and so's Goku and Ichigo and Naruto and like.
I'm sure back when I still had my Switch jailbroken, there would have been something similar for Ultimate. I did undo the jailbreak on my Switch.
Oh, what fun is that? How are you supposed to play as Linkle now?
Well, I'd finished my playthrough. Mostly I just got sick of having to make sure I never accidentally connected to the internet.
I would do it. Prefer Echo's Shadows of Ellaby? I don't know. I definitely prefer... Yeah, Echoes, sorry. Yeah, that's the one.
But before I did it, I did back up all of the files needed to jailbreak my Switch and the proper configurations for them to my desktop, so... You know, it won't be as much of a pain in the ass to jailbreak it the next time if I decide to do it again.
I mean, I for sure respect that opinion, Zed, but, like, Tellius is now and has always been my favorite, like, Fire Emblem game. Like, my favorite Fire Emblem game is in Tellius. It's my favorite, you know, like, series within Fire Emblem. And I think it's also my favorite, like, lower region as well. Plus, they have the best transformations. Like, the Lagoos are just the superior Mankeets. And that they're not all just fucking dragons.
I mean,
or bunny people that also existed in...
Honestly, I do think that'd be an interesting setting to run something, not necessarily D&D 5e, but maybe Fantasy Age system in, just because of, you know, the connotation of being branded. That could be fun.
That was a lot of words that I just said, Bio. I do say a lot of words.
And Micaiah, as I have said many a time on stream, is my favorite Fire Emblem Lord. By a mile.
I mean, she's pretty good. She's no Valencia, but she's pretty good.
Look, you just have a thing for Valencia because she happens to be your favorite class.
You just have a thing for Micaiah because she happens to be a mage.
Also true.
Like, I can make the same argument. It's very easy.
I'm not denying my obsession with Micaiah is because she's a mage who's a lord, who also happens to use one of my favorite types of magic in this game, or in this franchise.
Oh, Echo's Shadows of Thracia would also be pretty solid. Like I would be down for that.
There's also a reason I like, you know, Lysithea and, oh, why am I blanking? Tharja, as much as I do. Like, I love light mages, and I love dark mages.
What about Rajat?
Wasn't that just the Tharja clone in one of the other games?
Yeah.
They weren't as interesting, though.
It was literally just an anagram of Tharja. What I really like, I forget which one I think it was in like Conquest and like Birthright and Conquest, where like Sevra and Owain and one of the other kids from Awakening literally just shows up. Like, they're actually just characters in this other game under pseudonyms. Just fucking awesome, because Sevra's the best.
But yeah, Tharja was a mood, and I was there for it.
Tharja was certainly a mood. There's no question about that. Alright, I think we're done here, right? Done everything there is to... Before I hit go, is there anything I said I was gonna do that I didn't do, and then you're gonna tell me in like 5 seconds after I already hit go? That's sounding like a no.
Okay, time's up.
Oh, we have a birthday coming up.
We do watch it be Gilbert.
Alright. Ash is definitely getting some, you know, remedial archery lessons.
This will be useful.
Gilbert, then that means the entire reason Violet even invited him to tea before was because she got the date wrong. Does sound like a thing she would do. Alright, Ingrid. What do we train you in, Ingrid? Probably authority, right?
Yeah, she's not super close to levels and anything else that would be meaningful.
That was challenging.
There it is.
Looks like I did it.
There's our little try hard.
Ah, no big deal. I appreciate your guidance.
Bernie! I feel like we were working on something for her.
So I think we were maybe trying to raise Sword so that we could swap her into the assassin line? I honestly can't remember. Because we didn't want her to go Bow Knight because we thought Bow Knight was stupid. Or maybe we were trying to get her riding up so that we could put her in Bow Knight? Bio, what were we doing with Bernie?
I'm sure we've changed our mind like 4 times. Doesn't matter, just give her authority.
I did pretty well today. I got it right? Phew. Thanks. I got it.
Let's see. I don't know, you guys literally change your mind every fucking time this comes up, so I've stopped bothering to keep check on it.
Like I said. Oh.
No.
Training you in Sword or Reason just seems silly. So I'm gonna train you in something...
Train him in riding.
Sure.
Because then maybe he can potentially be a tutor for us in it.
I was thinking punching maybe, but riding
Quite
works too.
intriguing. Quite intriguing.
I love that literally both of us were of the same mind that we're not training you in sword.
Quite intriguing.
That's not a thing we're doing.
I'm just not there yet.
If we train Shamir in archery, she can be a better remedial archery instructor for Ash. Like, there's a narrative reason to do that with Shamir.
Yeah.
Let's do this again.
How can we teach Felix to punch when we know so little about punching that we just break our hand anytime we try? Oh, Anna. Be better at white magic or something, probably.
Impressed yet?
Okay, and one more.
If Lindhart gets his magic up, he might be able to tutor. Although the same could be said for Manuela and or Hanneman.
I think Manuela is too far behind at this point, right? Because we're at like an A something on white magic.
On white, yeah, but we're still behind on black, right?
She's not a black magic tutor, though.
That's fair.
Getting Hanneman's black magic up is probably worth it, though. Just to try to keep him ahead of the curve.
I believe. Just as I've always expected. No matter. Just as I've.
Wow, he's being a little tryhard today, ain't he? Alright, begin.
Professor, may I ask you a question?
I desperately want to travel to some of the places my mother and I spent time in, but I'm not really allowed to leave the monastery walls for such things. It makes me feel so sad. Is there anything I can do? Ooh.
Like the middle option?
Hey, that was okay. I kind of like the idea of trying to make her into Bob Ross as well.
Splendid!
Oh, I never thought about just pretending she was there.
Professor.
Oh. You would like to go from Warlock to... Well...
You're already a Grimoire, but...
Yeah, sure. You do that. What? Shamir would... Okay.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around.
Smoother?
I can count on you doing most of the heavy lifting. It may be unwise to think this way on the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question.
Really? I think my command should be questioned like all the time.
Right?
Also, why is
Not
that?
sure.
We've seriously Stockholm Syndrome to these people.
I might have an idea, but never mind. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately.
Zed says we'd been training her in authority because Sniper is better than Bow Knight because Sniper is the only class that gets Hunter's Volley.
Almost like you know I won't question your orders.
Bio then says also, how can we teach you? Oh, you already read the bit about Punch Lady.
Huh. I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still. I knew you were doing it on purpose. You're in a very important position now that you're leading the charge against the Empire. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no
Instead of
title for the
Archbishop.
commander of an army.
I like them remembering where they sit.
You'll always be their professor, huh?
Backing order.
You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone. But I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda, up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago.
Okay, you're making that sound way more sympathetic than it was. Dagda and Bridget just sort of attacked the Empire and then got their asses handed to them. Like, you were the aggressor in this scenario, Shamir.
But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry, though. I don't plan to turn on you.
Alright, final bet. Whose birthday is it?
Hold on, Hanneman wants to talk.
How are you doing, Professor? Would you care to join me for a cup of tea?
Is it your birthday on Thursday?
I like the okay.
Would you like to join me for tea? Yes or yes? Okay, fine.
It occurs to me that whenever we chat, I have a tendency to pester you with my questions and theories about your history.
You don't say.
It seems only fair to speak on the topic of myself for once.
I
And
really
perhaps
don't
you
care.
might feel more positively inclined toward my research if I shared my own story.
No.
So one of the like resource maps before the chapter maps in Three Hopes that I literally just did involved me murdering the shit out of Hanneman. He was the final boss on it for some reason. You have my attention?
I am quite pleased to
She
hear
lied.
you're interested. Yes, quite pleased. Well, I suppose I should begin at the beginning, eh?
Thousands of years ago, I was born.
I was born into a noble house of the Empire. Not a large house, mind you, but noble all the same. Our land holdings were small, but our bloodline was quite strong. So, as you can imagine, there were many of us in the family who carried the power of crests. I myself bear a minor crest. Our family's abundance of crests may be part of the reason I've been interested in the topic since I was just a boy.
My god. This guy's so boring to listen to, isn't he?
He's literally also just preaching privilege at us.
I dedicated myself to my studies, and after years of effort, I became lead crest scholar at the Empire's largest research institution.
I feel like he's the professor that you have in college who, like, you're trying to pay attention in class, but the professor themselves is just so boring that you can't.
But he's also the professor that assigns books they wrote as reading material.
Oh yeah, that for sure.
I had only Imperial blood, and thus Imperial crests, at my disposal in the Empire. So I came to Garrick Mach and devoted myself to my research during my time as a professor. My progress is slow, but with each revelation, I move ever closer to the answers I have sought for decades.
Wait. Wasn't he Claude's house's teacher?
In our playthrough, yes, but in Three Hopes, he does side with Edelgard.
I'm just wondering why he wasn't the teacher for the Empire house this time.
Probably because both Manuela and Hanneman have history with the Empire.
Your
namely
cooperation
that
as the bearer of the crest of flames
Manuela
ensures my
is from
research will
actually the
continue
same
to
opera
advance.
house as Dorothea.
In fact, it may bring me ever closer to the goal of uncovering everything there is to know about crests. I do hope you shall continue helping me advance in this field of study.
If you insist.
Together, we will solve the mystery of your crest of flames, and our world will be the better for it.
Would you like to join me for tea, Professor? Depends. Is it your birthday? If I said yes, then would you agree? Yes. Even though I'd obviously be lying, unfortunately.
Shall we proceed? My lab instruments are fully prepared. I have a great number of tests I'm excited to carry out. No, don't worry. They won't hurt one bit.
It's Ignatz.
Okay, give me a minute. Three houses. Ignatz. Birthday. Nope. Ignatz. Tea party is what I wanted to search. Ignatz. Tea party. Good news. You can talk about both cats and cute monks with him.
I bet it's not going to present us either of those options.
So you're looking for either the Dagda fruit blend, the Saros tea, or the lavender blend.
Well, I guess it's going to be the lavender, because I can't see any of the other stuff.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm not very discerning, but I do love this kind of tea. You have my thanks.
Can't help but notice we're back at the gazebo.
Yep.
This flavor is splendid. Yes?
Counting on you, dinner invitation, a new gambit.
Those aren't in any of these.
Yes?
You seem different. Fashion, children at the market.
You seem different.
Alright. Alright.
Reliable allies, strange fish in the pond, gathering, gardening
Strange fish in the
mishaps.
pond.
I can't believe it.
I kid you not, none of those first options.
I want to support my family, but I don't know if I can handle being a knight.
Not our praise.
Perfect tea time. Apparently.
Thank you for the
I
delicious
don't think
tea.
they know the definition of
I'd
perfect.
be happy to join you again whenever you like.
Maybe the game itself realizes the first options that it gave us were bullshit.
Hey Ingrid, this kind of work is definitely your thing, and I've got some urgent business, so...
I can't finish this all alone.
That is
Try to be
Sylvain.
helpful sometimes, Sylvain.
Are you that helpless?
That is not a very smart thing to say to
How's that,
Ingrid.
Professor? If you ask me.
She'll
I
run
think
you
did pretty
through
well.
with your own family's lance.
Yes, Sylvain put his back into it for once. Next thing we know, pigs will be taking to the air.
Oh, but you're just gonna let her talk to me like that, Professor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, most people decided to go do battle, which, I mean, we've got a quest to go do, so... Obviously. No support. Sylvain and Ingrid.
Training on your own? You really do work hard.
I hate to break it to you, Sylvain, but there's nobody here for you to flirt with. So there's not much reason to hang around.
Hey, Ingrid, do you ever stop to think that your dad might marry you off to House Gautier?
You're here, aren't you?
How ridiculous.
I actually really
Almost
like
as ridiculous
Sylvain
as your
and Ingrid as a
face.
couple.
You'd really say something like that to a handsome guy like me? I'm crushed. Joking aside, may I join you? I only came out here so I could train too.
Sure, just don't get in my way.
I've been thinking about it, and I really depend on you. Maybe that's weird since I'm older than you, but still.
Hitting on me? Again? Have some dignity, would you?
No, I'm being honest. I thought you'd listen. Hey, I'd like it if you didn't get too far away from me on the battlefield, okay? Just stay where I can see you.
I'll stay as long as I can. You're useless without me, after all.
What? No, I'm saying if there's one thing I can do on the battlefield, it's keep you safe.
Whatever helps you feel better. Stay and protect me, then. I couldn't bear it if you went off and died on me while I wasn't around.
I'm pretty sure that's my line.
If you're gonna die on the
getting late.
battlefield, I want to
We'd
watch you
better
do
head
it.
out.
You're right. I'm exhausted anyway.
You haven't been practicing enough. All that time you waste chasing after women would be better spent training.
I haven't been practicing enough because I can't seem to find my spear.
I'll train with you anytime, so just... What's that strange look for?
I just... well... You're going to think I'm being a jerk or hitting on you or whatever. When we're side by side like this, training, I feel... I don't know. Oddly at ease.
I'm thinking about it, but I really depend on you. Because my training is literally the only reason you are allowed to do anything around here. Well, I wasn't gonna just say that, but...
I know what you mean. It's probably because we've been friends for so long.
That must be it. Let's never change. Friends forever?
Absolutely. No matter what happens, we'll always be friends, Sylvain.
Huh. Alright, that was it. Sylvain throwing himself into the deepest friend zone. Yeah, basically. What? What? We just get a paralogue for Rhea? How? We don't even know where she is! I mean, I'm not saying no, I'm just confused. I feel like that's probably important. You don't fucking say. But Per, that's not until tomorrow.
Oh, it's Per wishing you a happy birthday.
Per, you're like 2.5 hours early.
2 hours and 22 minutes, let's be fair.
I'm rounding. Thank you, though. You know your man cheated the system? It was extremely sneaky of him.
I'm very proud of Gil.
Okay. Fucking guy colluded with Sergeant L to send me shit behind my back.
Successfully managed to ship a birthday present for Inu to Sergeant L that they gave him yesterday. Which made me laugh. And amused me greatly. Well, he was in chat earlier. Although, from what he was saying,
I'm not surprised you haven't heard from him, because apparently he has no voice.
I was literally about to say that.
I have something I would like to show you.
Can't believe Gil would do something I have absolutely expected him to do. For a laugh, yeah.
I found this in Lady Rhea's room. It seems to be a letter, addressed to you.
What were you doing in my room?
Who was supervising you while you were in there?
I admit some guilt to the action. However, I hoped Lady Rhea had left something behind.
I moved my stuff in there, you
I have not read the
asshole. Get
contents
out of
of
my
the letter.
things.
If you do not object, could we read it together?
I object. Get out.
Dear child, I have little time, and so I will keep this brief. I asked you to take care of things should something happen, but I wish to make myself useful as well. I left a treasure at the Holy Tomb. Please take it. However, note that I set a bit of a trap to prevent thieves from stealing it. Please take ample precautions so that you are not harmed when you retrieve it. May Sothis protect you, Rhea.
Her handwriting is a mess. It is likely she wrote this letter 5 years ago, just before the battle. If Lady Rhea says it's a treasure, I've no doubt it would be useful to us.
Wait, it was in our storage room? How did we not already find it if it was in our storage room? I don't believe you.
And Zed saying, dang it, I think you need an Annette Gilbert support to unlock Annie's paralog.
If you plan to retrieve it, I will accompany you. What is your plan, Professor?
Nice of Rhea to enchant the letter to read itself in her voice like that. Very considerate.
Just wanted to come by and wish Inu a happy birthday, but I guess I'm too early. I mean, honestly, the birthday wishes are still appreciated regardless.
Like I say, message received, and I appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, you're like 2 hours 20, a bit ahead. Although I suppose your time it's only like what, 20 to 7 or something.
However, it says that Lady Rhea laid some manner of trap in the Holy Tomb. Just to be safe, I'd like to request someone else accompany us. We don't know what dangers await.
Thank you.
I am grateful.
I think you'll find, Per, that as long as my math
thank you
hasn't
so
failed
much.
me on any given day, I'm really good at translating between Eastern and Pacific times. Like, I've known a lot of people that have lived out that side of the country over time.
They just lived 3 hours in the past.
So I'm pretty quick at translating. Wait, 12? Oh dear. Serial, this has never happened to you before. You get to, like, be in the party or something.
We should probably give him items.
Probably.
Same thing with Marianne. Does she still have stuff from the last mission? Nope, we took it all away.
Oh yeah, she's here too. I didn't even notice. I just gotta assign Shamir to Ash. Gotta assign... Annie, keep an eye on your pyromaniac dad for me. I can't have him lighting us all on fire again.
We could put either, oh god, why am I blanking on his name? Lindhart or, Ignatz on Plane. Both of them have really cute supports with her.
I'm actually gonna stick Linhart onto Dimitri. Because his support thing is heal, and Dimitri's sort of our tank, so... I think that's my play that way.
Cyril and Marianne need items.
Yeah, I'm just checking to make sure everybody else looks to be in good shape. Everybody else looks okay.
Marianne's easy. She gets a Viscum.
We'll just give her back the Viscum that I took from her last time. Cereal.
His strongest weapon type is axes, I believe.
Perceives that way. Oops. What's your stat line look like? 24 speed? Yeah, it puts you pretty much on par with like most of our quote-unquote fast units.
Yep.
So you're not doing half bad that way.
And your death and res aren't horrid.
You are strength capped.
Oh, he's also mastered his class. We can't do certifications right now, though, can we?
Would appear not. I don't think that was something that
Welcome. Come back
we,
soon.
I don't know, probably could have done something about, but we didn't like get him a class that no, I didn't. We have so many axes. If only we had someone around to use them for us. I know, right? Weird. Oh, give him the buffed training axe. Give him a buffed steel axe.
And that should be plenty to get him through the map. Maybe just give him a healing item just in case.
And the hand axe just in case he needs some form of range, and there, I'm vulnerary. Maybe two.
Although stat-wise, he is comparable to a lot of our mainline units.
Yeah,
so
he's hanging in there for sure.
it's because we always staple him to Byleth.
Except for right now. Alright, let's get a look at this map.
Lots of tome users we need to kill.
Mages.
Oh,
God
hello,
damn it,
golems.
Rhea! God damn it, Rhea. You would.
Yeah. Ghosts and golems.
Ghosts and... Also, there's archers. Of course, there's archers. I mean, these golem, I was wondering when these were going to show up, because I've fought them plenty of times in Three Hopes. And these golems are a fucking joke in Three Hopes. Like, my god. They never do anything. Beat enemy commanders. Beat all enemy commanders.
Something is wrong. Do not let your guard down. Phantoms? And some are giving commands. Remove them from the battlefield immediately.
I'm not seeing any, Let's say baking. You're not seeing any chests to open, are you?
No.
Oh, Fimblevetter. Jesus. That's scary. What was this baking tome that was going on up here? Abraxas? Oh, bolting. I passed by it so quickly, I was like, seriously, did that say baking? What? Bolting makes much more sense. You're ready to just make all this shit with the small span of time between then and Edelgard's raid? Yeah, basically. Tell me use when you need to run the fuck away.
I think we have time to do, like, the first round of combat.
Yeah, probably.
I'll do my best.
Let's go.
You could have Dorothea dance, or rally, or gambit, whatever the fuck that term is.
I could probably do that, yes.
Why are you standing close enough for them to hit her back?
That's the end of her range. They're 3 tiles away. I can't help that he has Thor on. It doesn't matter though, because he'll never get to hit her.
A little scratch won't stop me.
I'd be honored. In the name
Bye.
I'm still here.
More effective.
Wow, amazing!
Yeah, Ash does pretty well for himself when he
Ready when
feels
you
like
are.
trying. Okay, so you're also gonna chill here for the time being.
I'll
A
comply.
tree. I'd like for you to run right up to that man. Why are you getting blue damage? Why are you getting effective damage against a mage with an iron lance?
Did he pick up Mage Slayer or something at some point?
I don't think so. Desperation. No. No. Well, whatever. No reason to send you. It might be better served to start. Wait, is there actually a path down over there? No, there's not, is there?
There is not, no.
Yeah, just go shank that guy.
I'll destroy you!
And a crit on top of it. Jesus fucking Christ, Dimitri.
Eventually, I too will fall.
Nice
My
level.
strength
yeah.
is in the service of revenge.
And also Linhardt.
Battle
With,
does have its benefits.
okay level.
I'm your girl.
Oh, really? Oh, come on, not again! Yep. Boy, they just keep reinforcing that these monsters are just not well designed or fun in any way.
More fighting.
Yep, they have the anti-magic barrier, guys.
Yep, they sure do.
At your service. I don't expect forgiveness.
Onward.
Goodbye.
Child's play.
Not that that guy was likely to actually be a threat in the first place,
I'm
but...
only just beginning.
Not bad, Flame. Not bad.
No, not bad at all. Take it.
Let's make this quick.
Child.
No time to slow down.
child being like super close to mastering her class already.
What's my strategy?
Okay. Now I know that this can't actually hurt it. But I do question if this can...
I'm fairly certain you actually need to deal a certain amount of damage to break or shatter shields.
It seems reasonable, right?
I mean, you can try it, but I'm fairly certain it won't actually do anything.
I wonder if she can get it from here. Can. So that's safer then, because she can't get countered. Yep, as expected.
Oh, you know what we didn't do? Give Cyril or Marianne battalions.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
You have literally no range option. I mean, I could draw fire from it, but...
Yeah, but if you put her close enough to make her... Well, I suppose you don't have to put her that close to make her a target for the golem, but you gotta be careful about moving too far forward, though, because there are a lot of other things that, like... And she'd probably take a hit from the golem.
46 attack. 46 to 18 is 24?
Unless it deals magic damage,
40,
which
26.
is a distinct possibility, in which case it does even less.
It's using a lance. Its weapon is literally a lance. So I suspect...
Reinforced magic lance made with archaic knowledge passed down through the Church of Saros is what the weapon description reads.
Well, the problem is, it has a range of 1 to 3, and she can't match his range. You know, if this is going to be the side that that guy is coming to, I want my physical units over here.
Alright, we should probably save here. 10:02.
Yep. Go ahead and bookmark that. So, next time, that. Kind of a dick move on Ray's part to make these things be immune to railguns and then send us down here without actually mentioning that. Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, to be fair, the last time she saw us, we had far fewer of them.
I think we've only gained like 2 since the time skip. The majority of the ones we have, we had at that point. No. Alright, well, we're gonna call it here for this week. Next week, pick up with more of that. And
We'll catch you guys
take
next
it
time.
from there. Later.
Bye.